Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of window functions. So in the previous video, we learned about window aggregate functions. We saw the implementation of sum, max, min, average and count in a particular window. Now in this video, we will be covering the ranking window functions and we will see how we can use the rank, dense rank, row number and entile functions. So this is part 2 of that video. So just as window aggregate functions aggregate the value of a specified field, ranking functions will rank the values of a specified field and then categorize them according to their rank. So the most common use of ranking functions is to find the top n records based on a certain value. So let's suppose you have to find the top 10 highest paid employees or top 10 ranked students or top 50 largest orders. Then you will use the ranking window functions and we will see them in action. So let's suppose this is our input data. So this table is called orders. And if I ask you what will be the rank of, I want to rank these orders by the amount. So I want the order with the highest order amount to be ranked as 1. And the order with the order amount of this is the second highest order amount. So this will be ranked as 2. And this is the third highest. So I want this to be ranked as 3 and so on. Right. So to do that, we will use the rank function. So let's see this in action. So let me write the query. So let's suppose if I do a select star, comma, then I will use the rank function, rank over, and I will write order by order amount in descending order. And we will call this as rank and we will do a from orders table. So let's run this. So yeah, as you can see, the order amount with 25,000 has been ranked as 1, then 20,000 amount has been ranked as 2, and so on. But as you can notice, this 15,000 has has been ranked as 3, and the next rank 5 is given to 10,000, but it has skipped the fourth rank. So let's suppose if two records have the same value, and in our case we have 15,000, 15,000. So if two records have the same value, then the rank function will assign the same rank to both the records, but it skips the next rank. So it has given 3 to both of them, but it has skipped the fourth rank, and then it jumped to 5. Right. So if there are two identical values at rank 2, it will assign the same rank 2 to both the records, and then it basically skips the rank 3. And then it assigns rank 4 to the next record. So I hope you're getting my point. So as you can see, we got same rank for 15,000 and the next rank 4 is skipped and then we got 5. But let's suppose what if we don't want to skip the fourth rank? How can we do that? So to do that, we can use dense rank. But before going to that, I would like to ask you one question. Let's suppose if I would like to partition this by city. Let's suppose if I ask you to find the highest order amount in each city. How can we get those? So let's suppose for Guildford, I want this to be ranked as 1. And for Arlington, this is the maximum amount. So I want this to be ranked as 1 as well. So what we can do is we will just do a partition by city. And if I just run this, so for each partition, for every partition, and that partition will be city in our case, it will give us the ranks. So for this partition, the ranks are 1, 2, 3. Similarly, the partition is on city. So this is a second group of cities. So that this is ranked as 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if I ask you to give me the order amount for each city, the highest order amount for each city. So the highest order amount for Arlington city is 20,000. So I'll pick. So what I will do is after that, I'll just pick all the rows whose rank is 1, and I will get the highest order amount for that particular city. And for Guildford, I will pick this 25,000 because this is ranked as 1. Then for Shalford, I will pick 7,000 because the rest are less than 7,000. And also that's why it is ranked as 1 and 1, 2, 3. So I hope you understood how we use the rank function. But as I told you, what if I what if we don't want to skip the ranks? So to do that, we will use the dense rank function. So let's see that in action. So there is not much difference. So let's suppose if I do a dense rank, what it will do is it will not skip the rank now. So this is 1, then we have 2, then we have a tie. So we rank them as 3. And after that, for 10,000, we ranked it as 4. We did not skip the rank, right? So as you can clearly see, the same rank is given to two identical records because each having the same order amount. And then the next rank number is given to the next record without skipping a rank value. So that is the basic difference between rank and dense rank. Now, if I talk about the row number. So if we talk about the row number, so this is actually self-explanatory, but I will just write it. So what it does is this function actually assigns a unique row number to each record. It is not giving the rank, it is giving it a row number. So the row number will be reset for each partition if we use the partition by clause. So let's see this in action as well. So let's suppose I don't do any partition, and if I just use a row number function, this is a row number, sorry. And if I just run this, and let me rename it as row number. So yeah, as you can see, we have how many records? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So we just gave them row numbers. So this is the highest amount because we did a order by one order amount in descending order. So the highest order amount will get the row number as 1 and so on. And as you can see, we have not ranked them. So that's why we are not getting a tie. So we are just numbering them. So, but let's suppose if you would like to do a partition by. So let's see that in action as well. Let's suppose if I just do a partition by here, partition by city. So what will we get? Let's run this. So what it will do is it will create row numbers for each partition. That is for each city. So as you can see, we have done the partition on city. So this means that the row number is reset for each city. And so it restarts from 1 again. So it gives the rows, it gives the row number to each city. So this is the partition, Arlington, and it gives the row numbers. And after that, it restarts from 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And similarly 1, 2, 3. So that's it. It just gives the row number. And the order of the rows are determined by the order amount because we have specified order by order amount in descending order. So the largest order amount will be given the first row, and hence it has been assigned as 1. Now let's talk about another interesting function called endtime. So what it does is, so it is a very helpful window function sometimes. So what it does is it helps you identify what percentile or quartile you can say a given row falls into. So this means that if you have 100 rows and let's suppose you want to create 4 quartiles based on a specified value field, you can do so easily and you can see how many rows fall into each quartile. So we'll see this in example. So let's suppose we have this data, and let's suppose if I just entile. Let's suppose if I just write entile, and if I just provide into how many quartiles I want to break this data into. So let's suppose I want to break it into 4. So first let me just show you some maths. So let's suppose these are 10 records. Okay, so this is 10, and I want to create 4 quartiles. So what will be the output of this? Okay, let me delete it. Equal to 10 divided by 4. This is 1. So 10 divided by 4 will be 2.5, right? Simple. But what happens is, let's suppose, so we have 10 rows and 4 tiles are specified in the query. So number of rows in each tile would be 2.5. That is 10 divided by 4. And since number of rows has to be whole number, not a decimal, so what SQL engine does is it will assign 3 rows for first row groups and 2 rows for remaining groups. So what it does is, let's suppose if I want to divide this into 4 quartiles. So I will put first 3 rows into one quartile. Uh, then I will put these 3 into another quartile, and these 2 in another quartile, and these into another quartile. So what it will do is it will put them into first quartile. So this will be 1, this will be 1, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 2, this will be 2, this will be third quartile, and this will be fourth quartile. Quartile is nothing but subdivision of the entire table. So let's suppose if I want to do a entile 2. So what it does is it will divide them into two parts. So the first 5 rows will go into first division, and the next 5 rows will go into another division, and this will be ranked as 1 1. This will go into first division, and the rest of the records will go into second division. So that's how entile works. It just divides your data into multiple subdivisions. So let me just show you that in action as well. So let's suppose you want to do an entile 4, and you have to do it over order by order amount and in descending order as row num from orders. So let's run this. Let's call this as entile. Now let's run this. So yeah, as you can see, so 10 total number of rows is 10 divided by 4, 2.5, but the table cannot be divided into a decimal. So we will pick first division into will the first division will contain 3 rows, the second division will contain 3 rows, the third division will contain 2 rows, and fourth division will contain 2 rows as well. But if we try to divide it into 2 quartiles, so let me run this. So as you can see, our table has been divided into 2 subdivisions. The initial 5 rows are put into first division, and the second half is put into the second division. And we did the order by order amount, but you can do that on order ID as well, so that let me show you. So now what is happening is the initial 5 records 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005 are being kept into first division, and the rest of the table, the second half of the table, is being put into second division. So I hope you guys understood all the four ranking window functions and how we solve problems using them and what is the use of each of these functions. But still, if you have any doubts, you can post them in the comment section and I will try to resolve them. So in the third part of this video, we will be covering the lag, lead, first value and last value window functions. Okay, thank you.